Okay, I'm gonna put this first. My battery blinked out. So the video ends with me doing something. Basically what I did is I did take those jars that I canned. Some were turkey, some were chicken legs with thighs, with bone in, and some were chicken with chicken heart, chicken gizzards, and chicken liver. And I did put them in that little cubby because I had canned goods in there before and it held up really, really good. And I'm just working in there. Okay, in the we call it the playroom. Technically, it was Tisha's room when we moved into this house. But like I said, I had to send her down because of all the bullshit that was going on when they took Andre and John came up and Joan went to the long-term care facility, and I had to keep Shmei's room empty for 15 months, literally empty, as I fought for Andre. All right. On the next video, I'm going to show you where I had the books that she says she threw out. People, those were nice, big-ass freaking books. I put them downstairs because Andre was getting older, and I have a lot of playthings, right? School stuff, and some of this goes back a long time ago. As far back as 84, 85, 86, 95, 1995, whatever. Okay? If you were to go to Value Village and buy one book that I had downstairs in that brown wall unit, which I'm pretty sure she gutted, because my son said, I don't want the wall unit, but we'll take out the books and we'll put the food in that's in the, because he was giving me ideas, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, like, just leave it with me, and, like. So that's probably what they did. I don't care what she says. My son trying to play it off like it's a mistake. It was a mistake to put the bongos online to sell. Yeah, right, fuck you. Anyway, big, beautiful books that sell for like retail price, anywhere from $30 to $45 per book. You go to Value Village today, you're gonna find those books for $8.99, $9.99, $12.99, used. That's the first thing. And we're talking a big, several stacks, because you can't stack and pack canning jars on top of each other except for maybe the small ones, right? So, because I wanted to, where I had them, they were safe. But I wanted to make it more kid-friendly in terms of making it available for things to play with and learn with, right? So I took out the books, I took them downstairs, I put them in between the shelves to distribute the weight, and then I put full canning jars, 1 liter canning jars full of whatever, on top of the stacks of books in between the shelves. They sat there for years, people. I couldn't get into that cupboard. I had pasta sauce also on top of those books. They made it impossible for me to get into it because of the way they moved the piano, and my son wouldn't let me get in there. Okay, whatever. They were in jars and, vacuum sealed from the commercial manufacturer, and I wasn't too worried about it, and, the books were safe, and I know for, I'm almost sure, people, because the last time I was down there, I went through the books and I picked up, I had a whole row. We're talking like a whole freaking series of these books that were not really a paperback, beautiful illustrations, different concepts, lunch, salads, appetizers, cakes, those kind of series, right? Whole roll of them, big ass roll. I'm pretty sure those were down there too. I'm pretty sure. There's only one spot up here where they would be, and I tried to stick my hand in there and feel around, and I can't feel shit. Listen, I ain't gonna go on with this other than to say there's no way she just gave away $1,000 worth of fucking books. These were nice books, people. Fully illustrated, big, beautiful. I just put them down there, just out of the way until whatever, right? It wasn't an issue until this bitch moved in and wanted more space. And she pays the least amount of fucking money in this fucking house. Like, get the fuck out, you stupid cunt. Like, seriously, man. Nobody likes you here except my son. That's it. That's the only person who likes you. And he's gullible. Like, don't tell me you gave it away. That's a lie. And if you did, you got something out of it. Something was given to you. Somehow, some way. You just didn't give $1,000 worth of fucking books away. It took me years, people, to gather up those books. I could have sold them as a set. I could have sold them as individuals. I could have gave them to the workers at freaking Walmart. I have books in Auntie Tisha's room, okay, we'll just, whatever, that are doubles, basically, that are floating around up here, but now that this bitch took my fucking shit, I don't know. Anyway, I was going to do Auntie Shimei's cookbooks and try and put them out in the mail. Didn't fucking work. Okay, so, I planned when I get into that room, take a Walmart bag, right? And I've done this already. When I went to the eye doctor's office, I dropped off a whole bloody bag of those cookbooks to those women that work in that freaking eye doctor's office, because there's so many of them in there, as a thank you. I was going to do that for the Walmart workers. So it's not whether I'm selling it or giving it away to a band of women that are working, whether they're working at Walmart in the, pickup delivery center, or whether they're in my doctor's office. They're mine to do what I want with them. I'll never get them back. Ever. I highly doubt she took them and put them in Tisha's room. They were too nice, people. That's the thing. They were too fucking nice. She got something out of it. Nobody's gonna go load up those kind of fucking books and then just drop them off at the fucking thrift store. That is a flat out freaking lie. Anyway, I'm working up here all week between the playroom and basically the bedroom and a little bit out on the porch. I have this camera plugged in right now because the battery ran out, right? So tomorrow I'm going to take you to the bookshelf where those books were. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm going to show you what I put in there in terms of children's stuff. If I would have known that, I would never have put that children's shit in there. But I didn't have these problems with my son. Sure, my son had his little hissy fit. He was a late bloomer when it came to a tantrum. He didn't really start getting them until he was in his 24 or 25 years old. He's 32 now or something? Come up here and have a little hissy fit, stomp his foot around, you know, go out in the garage and maybe bust something up in the garage. But other than that, like, nothing like this, people. Nothing fucking like this. This is stupid. You're gonna take $1,000 and just drop it off at the fucking thrift store because you want to hurt me and you want more space and think you're entitled to it. Get out. Seriously, get out and don't ever come back. I don't want anything to do with this girl. I don't want nothing to fucking do with this girl. You can't trust a girl like this. That's the thing. You can't. There is no, I'm sorry, oh, it was a mistake. No. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're a jealous little bitch. Spiteful, vindictive, hurtful, controlling. Definitely a fucking sadist. Right? Go away. Get out of here. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. You got what you want. You wanted my son. All I can do is hope that you don't do a Julian Johnson and then cash in on it so that you can be the epitome of what is white and right in society, being that you hate fucking black women and you like to put their picture out in the rain. Turn it so nobody notices, so it really gets ruined. Yeah, right? There's only one reason she did that, people, and that was to ruin the picture. She had absolutely no reason to take that out of Tisha's room other than to ruin the picture. That's some sick shit. So I'm just going to work up here for the week. I asked Tisha to come and help me without the kids. We're kind of trying to pencil in a time for that. And that's just solely and nothing more than to get the yellow table up and out of there, upstairs in the center of where I'm working in right now, and the desk. But I'm hooped. I'm hooped because I can't get to my fabric rack. I can't get to it, people. I just can't. I was gonna move that shit and then move the fabric rack there. This is stupid. This is so fucking stupid. And because we're not kissing their ass, Andre's not eating their food, do you think they're gonna help me move shit to get to my rack? Fuck no. Probably not. And if it is, with what? Hostility attached to it. Because it's, what, my fault? Fuck you. Fuck you. Let me go into your fucking sewing room. Well, my room. It's my house, right? Grab up all your fucking fabric, go to your sewing table, grab your fucking shit, run off, and say that when I come back, that I donated it at the fabric store. The used fabric store, or the used fucking, what is that stupid thing called? Thrift store. Go buy again. I'll tell you what thrift store I donated at. Your stuff should be out for sale now. Yeah. Let me do it to you. See how you feel. Yeah. And that's not including the school books that she threw out. And if she threw out those school books from 1995 or so, and never get them again, all to do with adding, subtracting, multiplying, and division. From kindergarten right up to grade 12. I'll never get that back, people, ever. And you know, if whoever else got it is gonna fucking reproduce it and sell it. Yeah. Because you can't find it like that no more. So, as you can see, I'm kind of terrorizing my house for a house. Oh yeah. I'll leave it on this note. Just found the lights. So here's the lights. So we'll put the lights in. I was going to string them up so we can see, right? Remember those old bowls from the 70s? Oh boy. Got several of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to work with. But yeah, no, these books, they were nice. They were nice, and I had a whole series of these other ones. I got 1 or 2 or 3 kicking up here because I brought just a few up, right? They're kicking around. When I find them, if I don't find them after I'm done doing whatever I'm doing, then that means she did not give them away, people. She fucking sold them. You'd be a fool to give them away like that. Box after box. She must have run out of here, and somebody fucking helped her. She doesn't like to pick up things heavy, people. Unless, of course, maybe she's stealing something. Yeah, I know she fucking steals. I know she fucking steals. I got that feel from her a long time ago. This was straight up theft. This was straight up fucking theft. Andre keeps saying, why don't you call the cops? Call the cops, call the cops. They say they're moving out. Let them go. Yeah, my son can turn his back on his family, what he's got left, which isn't very much. Because he's basically done it anyway, people, so it doesn't really freaking matter. Yeah. And then she gets what she wants. She isolated him away from his immediate, from what little family he has left. That's what abusive people do. They like to isolate them from their, like an abused woman, right? They're not allowed to talk to their family members, right? Blah, blah, blah. There's always rifts of some kind, right? Well, she was successful at that. Yeah. Because she's such a fucking bitter old young hag. A bitter young hag. That's what she is, bitter. Bitter, jealous, and spiteful. And vindictive. And a fucking sadist. And a liar. And a thief. Yeah. That's exactly what she is. Do you see that? Do you see how big that book is? This is the kind of stuff she threw out. Well, no, she didn't throw it out, people. She fucking sold it. She lying. She fucking lying. She fucking lying. Shit like this. These are big ass thick fucking books. It took me fucking years for that one series, people. Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. We had a right, Andre and I, to do what we wanted with these books. I had to put them downstairs because I was trying to... Andre was coming more of age to start doing other things. Look at this. Those ones obviously didn't go downstairs, but I'm showing you, this is the kind of shit that she fucking stole. Oh my God. I don't know if that was recording or not. This camera was just doing some weird, funky shit. This computer's been doing some weird, funky shit. Same thing with this one over here. I think there's some weird, funky something going on with electronics in terms of the energy. Yeah, hold on a minute. Alrighty, people, do you see this corner? Welcome to my life. Anyway, I think I am going to clear this out. I was going to put the bongo drums that are downstairs that they don't want down there. Here? Right? I started poking away at Auntie Shemai's piano. Keyboard piano. Electric piano. The one that's in her bedroom. Right? The bedroom. We'll just call it the bedroom. Andre sleeps in there. When I get a chance, Amari and I sleep in there, which it's going to happen because I'm getting sick and tired of sleeping on the freaking couch, man. Alrighty, so anyway, besides that point, I was in that bedroom. Oh my God, what a scatterbug Andre is. But besides that point, I'm having to wash everything. Stupid cats, just things being tossed around, and you haven't dusted for a long time, and Andre's eating oranges and throwing his orange peels, and I'm finding bowls, and okay, whatever. Kid stuff, right? So anyway, you see that, right? So anyway, oh man, I'm so stiff. I put in a long day yesterday. I'm working hard, trying to ignore this stuff. Keeping my fingers crossed that they'll behave downstairs. Leave my shit alone. But in this house, you never know, right? It's the energy that flies through it sometimes, I swear. Anyway, look what I found. I was so happy. I lost that for so long. I found it. Because my other one that I've been using, can't find the adapter for it to plug it in and recharge it. So I'm really happy. Alright. So yeah, I was going to bring up the bongo drums and put them right there. I've had them there before. They're okay, but there's this playhouse in the playroom that I've done videos on it, right? With Andre when he was younger. You know, we put carpet in, we painted the walls, right? We did vinyl, right? And you know, we were gonna string in lights, like actual lights through Christmas lights, those little ones. And yeah, you know, I've always wanted to make some kind of little bit of furniture or whatever, right? But besides that point, my mom did that when I was little, right? I had a dollhouse and she made Barbie doll clothes and, you know, little pieces of furniture, you know, nothing fancy, but, yeah. So anyway, I bought it. I bought it on Facebook. I remember I went and picked it up. I don't remember how much I paid for it. It was $100 or something like that, right? Because it's big and it's sturdy, right? But it was a little beat up. But besides that point, I need to bring some stuff up from, what do we call it? Auntie Tisha's room, aka the business room, aka Andre's business room. Members only. You can't enter unless you're a member, right? In order to put some more food in there. And my fabric, basically. What is it with food and fucking fabric? If the government wasn't so irresponsible to stress out humanity, right? With crises after crises after crises, as they put the spin on that crises with that propaganda to get people feeling like, oh my God, right? I am second guessing. We'll get back to the playhouse in a minute. I think you're going to be pretty impressed with how I finally figured out what I'm going to do here. Anyway. Yesterday, because I'm having so much trouble because of food storage, food prepping. I know for a fact that if I wouldn't have done the amount of food prep that I did over a period of, you can say 14 years, because what they did downstairs and dismantled was as soon as I moved in. As soon as I moved in, and then I cut off that little corner there for food security, a little extra storage of whatever, right? You know how it goes. It was mostly food. It was food. It was food. That's what went in. It was food. Buckets. right? Just canned goods, whatever. And then I got into the bulk wheats, beans, right? And just the way things are going, people, like, so I'm working hardcore yesterday, trying not to beat myself up for building in food security into the house, where I know my family in the house and even outside of the house. I mean, I couldn't feed Tisha and her kids and Alex every day, all day, for a year straight, right along with my family, with the amount of food that I have. Although, if it came down to that, I could probably stretch it out and even surpass that amount. But, of course, things would run out unless, of course, you replenished it, right? And that would be, that would be on a meal schedule because of like a depression or something like that, right? But it takes up space, people. I'm putting more food into my bedroom as I'm taking out more fabric, as I'm thinking about, now that I dehydrated all those frozen vegetables, right? I've got 3 boxes of jars full of them. No regrets. I'm glad I did it. But I don't really want to take them downstairs. One, because there isn't really room for them. And as long as they're in a cool, dark place for the majority of the year, because come summer, up in my bedroom gets a little warmer, but I run a fan that kind of shoots out cold air, so it just lowers that, right? And because my room is already an ice box for 8 months out of the year, for the most part, right? When I leave the window open, it's good, right? And where I want to put it, though, is a trunk that I've had forever. You're probably looking at, oh my God, 1982, 1983, 1984, that I covered myself with reupholstered. Yeah. This is the shit they're going to throw out, people. Unless, of course, Andre can snag into it. That water's boiling, Andre. Anyway, in that trunk, Andre, what? The water is boiling. In that trunk that's on top of my dresser in my bedroom, when my son put it on there when we moved in, I've never opened it except for maybe once. And that's 14 years ago, people. Like, that's messed up. I have some shit stacked on top. Miscellaneous whatever hats. Hats that I should be wearing for my Green Acres YouTube fucking bullshit, fake shit, crap. With their, whatever, shadow banning. To suppress what I got to say. So, okay, stay focused. Don't just calm down, Karen. So what was that? Oh, yeah. So I want to move that out, and it's got beautiful, beautiful velour in there that I bought fucking over 14 years ago. I came into the house with it, people. I know it's velour in there. Because I've been drooling on it, waiting to be able to sew it. But I've been so busy. And for anyone to stop and think that it doesn't freaking take time to do food storage, like they're like retarded. It takes so much time and energy.
I'm gonna have the other half of this muffin, okay?
It's not my muffin. I told you to eat it. Eat what you paid for it.
No, you paid for it.
I understand that, but I said eat it.
Okay.
I just said we're not paying $3 a muffin at the corner store when it's easy to make muffins here. It's just
it costed
$6 for 2 muffins. That was ridiculous.
16.
You could get 24 muffins for the same amount of money with the stuff here, and they'd be better muffins. Yeah. Well, but the kitchen is small, right? It's never been a real functioning kitchen. All right, it's a laundry room / porch / storage, freaking kitchen. How many slashes are in there? All right. Now, when I get, we'll just continue to call it the business room, because that kind of presents a little bit of hope, right? It opens it up for other people to be involved and, you know, maybe be inspired to go get their own little business room. That's what the X Club is. It's supposed to inspire people to go get their own little X Club for the kids and whatever community as a whole in the neighborhood. It's a concept. It doesn't have to be a little rec center for a bunch of little rugrats running around. It's just the idea that people can go in and be at peace, to be creative, work together, have a safe place. Anyway, I'm avoiding doing what I have to do. You don't even know. This area, as soon as I get this playhouse out, that playhouse is going right here. So all this shit, I said, Andre, just help me move it, and then whatever miscellaneous things we can put in between the rooms, just the Wonder Mill I'll take to the playroom, and when we're ready to use it, right? Because I have to bring up, I don't have to, but I want to, I want to bring up, we'll get back to the fabric, I want to bring up this little fold-up yellow table and put it pretty much in the center of the playroom, so that, you know, the things, as I come across them, that I want to sell. Because people, I've been asking for a long time. You know, there's some things that can go. Otherwise, I just end up giving everything away. Everything. If you have 100% of something and you give it all away, I mean, that's being charitable, don't you think? But at some point, how much do I have to give away without getting anything in return? So I have to give it a fighting chance. So I asked Tisha, change of plans. I asked Tisha, instead of me taking Amari downstairs in a tomato chair so he can sit in the hall while Andre helps me to get into the business room, Tisha's room, aka Andre's business room, members only. It might be easier for her to come on Saturday or Sunday. I prefer working in the light, even though I don't see very well. Daylight's, I don't know, it even goes through curtains and stuff, right? And it slightly helps my eyes, so I asked her to not bring her kids and just go downstairs and help me get the table out. I offered her a little sewing desk, but she insists that she has no room and blah, 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 blah. So whatever, that little desk may just go out on the road yet unless I decide to do something with it up here, but it can sit in the garage for a little while. And then, you see, this is where they screwed me up, people. This is where they fucking screwed me up. Oh, I'm sorry. Boo-Boo screwed me up, okay? I had a plan. My son wanted me to vacate from that corner. I was willing to vacate everything in there, okay? Except for that one brown wall unit that had the pasta sauce and those cookbooks that person downstairs probably took out of there, which were, I didn't have copies of those books, and they were really big and nice fucking cookbooks. You can't tell me you just loaded them up in your car and dropped off box after box after box of beautiful, expensive books. Anyway, my mode of attack to empty out that room in a timely manner was to take out the yellow table bring that upstairs because I would like to put it in the playroom and put things like, you know, I have a game I want to sell, right? Like a board game or something. Open it up, you can put it on the table, right? They could take pictures and between Tisha and Andre, they can put it up on my Facebook. And that's the way it's going to go. And, you know, put it off to the side, and if it sells, great. After so long, you can double them up, five board games for X amount of dollars, or if you want to just buy one, it's that amount of dollars. I told Andre, you get 30% on the dollar, and I'm thinking to make a 2% donation to that woman in Uganda, Lady Jane. 2%. So that Andre can start to learn about percentages when it comes to math. Yeah. But it's between Andre and Tisha who will manage my Facebook page because of this shit. Basically. I can't stress my eyes out over it. Alright. So I was going to move out the yellow table. That's why I was just tossing things. Because I knew what I was going to do. It didn't matter, right? But they ended up putting a whole bunch more shit in there, so I don't even freaking know how I'm going to get out this yellow table now. And the desk. I don't know. Alright. Get out the yellow table. Get out the desk. I was going to open up the fucking wall. And I was going to bring in the wall, my rack. My fabric rack. I don't even know if my fabric rack is still there, people. For all I know. Like, just thinking about it makes me mad. I was going to take out all the fabric off the rack. Whether my son was home or not, those racks are light enough to carry it myself. I could have laid it fucking down, laid the fucking fabric on top, put it back in. I would have had a little bit of space on top of the wall. And I would have gotten to that little bit of pile, and I would have carried on with this kind of stuff that I have in bags. And would have just went perfect. Freaking perfect. That corner would have been done. That rack would have been out of there. And then my next mode of attack was more than likely working on getting the dresser out. And then working on getting that one big brown wall unit that's locked up that they can't really do anything with yet. That would have went into the corner of the wall, right? Like it would have been, if they would have just left me alone and let me do it my way, I'd have at least a third, if not half, of what needed to be done. And now I can't even fucking do it because I can't get to the rack. How does that work? Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. I asked Tisha to come on Saturday or Sunday without the kids, work with me for 2 or 3 hours, just get the table out, stick with the plan, get the desk out, open it up, and then I guess I can ask my son, maybe, to find time to move that shit so that I can get to the rack and take out the rack. Being that I opened up a space for it. Because it's the better wall to put it there. Because that wall is, it has a lip on it. So it's not like you can really put things flush on it. You know? Because it has a little shelf all the way around. Except for this side. And if you're just putting those big carry plastic bags with batting and, you know, and padding and that kind of, maybe some fleece or something, boom, 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 on top of the rack right to the ceiling. I mean, and those things are light, right? They're light, so, you know, that's good. It would have worked out fine. And then I would have tackled the other side. Now I'm thinking maybe I should just leave the damn dresser in the bedroom and work around it. Because the only other thing I'd want to move out of there outside of fucking bins and buckets of food that I paid for, I put together, I vacuum sealed, I did whatever I needed to do. It wasn't fun. It was expensive. Nobody helped me. My son helped carry things down. So I can't say nobody. But outside of that, no. Tisha actually helped me the last time I rearranged that little unit there. That, you know, that 14-year-old, that was before the piano was put in front of it. Tisha helped me to rearrange it. I was going to start using my canned tomatoes because they had already been canned since 2015. Right? So I kind of made things handy for me, and then I woke up one day and the fucking piano was in front of it. I couldn't get in. I don't know if they threw it out, some of that shit. Or if they, I don't know, people. I won't know until I can get in there and look. So, because I'm going to be taking a few things out of the bedroom, Tisha's room, whatever. Tisha's room is really the playroom upstairs. That's the room she came in with. I had to put her downstairs because of the shit that was going on in the house. And Uncle John couldn't be downstairs by himself by the time Joan went to long-term care. So John moved into Tisha's room. Anyway, doesn't matter. The business room. We'll just call it the business room. So I got that base covered. She said she'd do that. It would just go faster, easier, and I'm pretty sure I have enough room to put the fabric rack along that wall. Everything will be to this wall on top of what's already in there that at this point shouldn't be there. But so before I do that, though, I have to open up the playroom a little bit because, you know, I got shit in there too because I've been slowly but surely bringing shit up. Plus the food prep. I got food in that room too, jars and shit that, you know, I want to get on with things and I wanted to take them downstairs, and anytime I went down there it was a big fucking argument, man. In the end, it was stupid. So, I don't really want to throw out the playhouse. I've discussed it with Andre. He doesn't want me to throw it out. Not throw it out. Put it out on the road. And let somebody just walk off with it. Even though I paid for it, Andre and I painted it, we laid carpet, or whatever. When I've got a 5-year-old and a 2.5-year-old that would love to play with it. Yeah, right? We got that Barbie doll. Right? And that, hey, it would be fun. I'm going to put it right here. I don't really like them in my area, but they'll learn not to touch anything of Nana's, and I'll baby-proof it a little better. Because Kyrie's not allowed in this corner, right? And I told Andre he can make some furniture with Leia. I got lots of foam, lots of wood out in the yard, right? And I'll make curtains with a Leia. And, you know, I don't know how much Barbie doll clothes I can make, but I can make a full circle skirt. That's easy. Easy peasy. Leia won't care, right? It's the fabric, that's the type of fabric that you use, right? Yeah. Anything else I can buy. I don't have time to be sewing itsy bitsy teeny weeny Barbie doll clothes. And then I got these little animals and a whole bunch of 101 Dalmatians. They're little rubber, plasticky type toys, right? And all the little animals, right? And then I've got all kinds of... I know I do, I should. They should be around here somewhere. Andre used to play with them all the time. Put that out here for Kyrie, so he can play with those if Leia May's not playing with him. Just try it out for a while. I can't put it on the porch. It will get ruined. Completely ruined. There's nowhere else for it. This is the only spot. So I have to work on today, now. You don't even know. Pull everything out. Throw all along, because Andre liked to display his Lego. He'd make Lego and then he'd put it on a shelf to display it, right? Or he had his containers in it. So I'm just going to take all his freaking Lego and throw it all into one box and with the containers or whatever. I'll bring in a box and put his containers in there. And then bring this here. Take the Wonder Mill, put it in the playroom. I brought up one container full of Thomas tracks. It's full like this. It's a full container. And I'm pretty sure I have another one. I'm pretty sure I have another one the same damn size downstairs. Again, from Tisha's room. Don't want to give those away. For 2 reasons. One, Kyrie can play with them. I offered to give some to Tisha, but she's saying no. No, I don't have no room. Obviously, I've got Kyrie and Leia May here, right? So that's another reason why I want to keep them here. If Tisha's not going to take some, well, then they're going to stay here. And then, as Andre grows up, I said, gee, Andre, if I can hang on to these things long enough, right? There's going to come a time where, I told him, you get a big piece of plywood, and those electric trains with the tracks that people make little towns, and it's on a big piece of plywood, or they have it go through their house. You've seen that, right? I used to have stuff for that, but somebody stole it over the years. They walked off with everything that I had, so that never happened. But the tracks, I said, maybe one day, you might want to do something like that just for the fun of doing it after we move from this house, because you don't know where you're going to live. Right? As a hobby. Either or. Kyrie would love to play with them soon. Well, now, actually, he's very smart. He likes to put things together, so I'm going to have to bring up the other bin and then put them in the playroom. And a few other miscellaneous things. I don't know, people. I just know that whatever they did downstairs just made it 10 times harder for me, because I don't know. I just don't know. So I want to move the trunk off of my dresser, take the fabric out, put my dehydrated frozen vegetables on my dresser in their boxes, so out of sight, out of mind. I guess that trunk, I'm the only one that loves it. I don't know if I could ever put it downstairs after I'm done doing what I'm doing. It's hard to say. Maybe. Maybe. Because it's a pretty small room. But definitely that velour has to go downstairs because I never get to it. Even if I wanted to sew it, I can't. It's too difficult because I have things on top of the trunk. And then I turn around and I put a whole bunch of food in my room. The more food I put in my room, the more the fabric comes out. If it gets to the point where I can't see anymore and my sewing days are really kaput, then hopefully by then Andre and Tisha will be on a routine where they can take pictures, can measure the length, the width, list it, try and sell it. Same principle. 30% on the dollar with a 2% donation. I don't know if I want to make that commitment. Because once you say you're going to do that, you know, if you're saying, well, if you buy this, we make a 2% donation to so-and-so, you have to be honest and do that. You can't just say it, you actually have to do it, right? And then it becomes an obligation and it kind of takes it away from it, right? And plus, it's not anything that I could guarantee. In terms of anything could happen to me, and if that happens, the rules will change. But we'll see. I want Andre to learn about percentages and that kind of stuff, right? I think that'd be a great way to teach him percentages and how to do the math around it. It will give him something to, you know, be interested in. Because he himself is making money, right? You don't get the money until you do the math. There you go. I don't want to do this. I put in like, oh God, I worked all day yesterday. All day. And I was doing laundry at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 loads. Because I have a lot of laundry I gotta do. I had all that shit, some of it, most of it, actually, really, all folded up nice, right? Washed, folded up, just never got a chance to really put anything away. And that's another thing. The more food went into my bedroom, the more my raggedy tag clothes came out. And I put them at the end of the bed, but Andre got in there and scattered everything around. Like, I don't, right? Because of what our governments are doing in terms of, oh yeah, I was going to say yesterday I was self-doubting myself. I'm like, fuck, you know, you created, sorry, boo-boo, you created so much problems for yourself by investing so much money, time, energy into this food prep to where you don't know if it's being thrown out, given away, being used as an eaten, or perhaps maybe my laundry soda. That box could have been mine, people. I have laundry shit downstairs. I don't think so. I mean, that's pretty fucking low, but what she did and what my son condones is pretty low, considering all things said. And then I told Andre yesterday, I said, you know, Nana's not going to have no regrets. Because too many people are talking about the same shit that I'm talking about when it comes to, you know, how are we going to feed ourselves? in 5 years from now. And that's the thing about food, though. Once you start using it, it runs out. And if you don't replenish it, it's gone. But there comes a time when, you just have to live and let live. In terms of, I keep buying. And I don't think it would stop whatever it is that people are concerned about when it comes to food scarcity. Right? You can't live that far into it in terms of protecting your family against it. But what I've done in the interim of that, I shouldn't regret it, people. And I sure in the hell shouldn't have to worry about it disappearing. Whether it's a whole case of jars being thrown into the garbage can because it was in the way of something else and it didn't look like it was something that that person that threw it in the garbage can would eat, so therefore it became insignificant. Or perhaps just given away for brownie points to the person that you gave it to. You made a new friend. Here's a case of jars. Oh, I'm your friend. Ah, thank you. Waiting for the next case of jars. I'm just using that as an example. And I'm like, lots of people are getting very concerned about where our food supply is going to be in 5 years from now. Never mind 10. So, this is where you have to take the inconvenience of what you've done, how you're treated over it, what people still have to say about it, and ignore it, and feel confident that the food security that you built into your household was worth it. Yeah. Otherwise it will drive you nuts, because it does take up a lot of space. It brings a lot of freaking heat, right? It opens you up for thievery, right? Even when you least expect it. You know it brings criticism. Yeah. So anyway, okay. Oh, I don't want to do this. I have to. I have to keep a steady pace on this shit. Tomorrow I'll rest. I'll rest tomorrow. So we have a plan. We're going to bring out the playhouse right here so that we can decorate it with some curtains and some lights. Make it fun. Right? Build some furniture. Right? And kids can get on my nerves right here. And then I'll be doing videos. I have no place else for this playhouse. It's either put the playhouse right here and go along what I just said, or put it out on the streets. And that would be a real shame, considering I have toddlers in the house. Well, Alea May is not a toddler, but small children. And it serves so many purposes, because Andre can learn how to make furniture, right? Even in a rudimentary sense, right? And we know Kyrie will benefit from it, and so will Alea May. move it though. It's so much work, you don't even know. There's other shit in that room. Like I said, I had to bring stuff already from downstairs up, people. I'm going through Andre's clothes right now that he's outgrown, that I'm washing, and I'm going to bag up that have to go back downstairs. That's why people like me have a fucking house. I'll put them in the business room after the fact. Or, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not giving away Andre's clothes, so I have to go off and buy more clothes for Amari when I already got them. No. Those that they brought up, fine. Some of that stuff probably will start to begin to fit Amari. But anyway, okay, so I don't want to do this. I want to go back. Okay, so I will take you into the playroom. I'm going to show you kind of what I got to do. But before that, do you see this? This is in front of the door. Like I'm telling you, this house is no bigger square footage than a single rancher in terms of square footage from floor to floor. This is like a small, I suppose you could say 3-bedroom rancher. Okay, that's fabric. See, this is light. That would be perfect to put on top of that rack, that fabric wrap that I was just talking about. And then there's fabric underneath there as well, right? And then we've got dancer's bag. There's 2 dancer's bag here. There's this dancer's bag, and then there's this dancer's bag. And what is that? I'm not sure what that is. Maybe fabric, I don't know. So I gotta move this out of the way. Oh joy. See, I brought up the foam for Amari, and because we're gonna keep the playhouse, some of that foam can be made into furniture for the playhouse. And I have to get in there, and there's a big mound of shit. Hold on. You know what? I don't want to tell people. To not do yard work for their landlords. Because of course, you know, I'm asking myself, but I already know the answer to it, people. Why am I in this predicament that I am? Well, because my life came to a halt when I moved into this house and ended up basically in the yard for the amount of years that I put in there. But that was out of survival. It really was, because if I didn't do it, it would have been grounds for them to kick me out, as if the yard was even my responsibility to begin with. But just with the politics, with the housing corruption in BC and what do you call it? You know. Rent gouging and reno evictions, just everything that goes in line with all that crap, right? It was my only mode of having value as a tenant. And I mean, I'm still here, so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't do yard work for your landlord, but I don't know if going to the degree like I did was worth it, because at the end of the day, there's this backdraft of, you know, it's like, you know, like, fuck, I get so much fucking heat for shit, and my life, you can see, it just went on hold, right? I got fabric here that should have been, at least some of it, sewn up years and years and years ago, and it never did. I'm looking to see what's in this bin. This is fabric. This needs to go downstairs. I don't want to put it in there. But they made it harder for me now. So in the meantime, this shit's just sitting here. But I want to see a little bit, well, feel What is this? What do you think this is? I like to bag my shit up. If I had to say, if I was looking at it, it looks to me like a velour. Go figure. Go figure. I got velour all over this house. And maybe it's gold, right? Or a beige. One or the other. Oh. This is nice, people. This is fucking nice. This is so nice. Look at this. Oh my God. This is so nice. It's so nice. There we go. So anyway, this bin here should go downstairs. So maybe what I'll do is I'll move it to the door, and when Tisha comes, you know, some of this stuff has to go. I've got buckets. I got buckets of soybeans. A lot of food still has to go down. But I'm going to piece it in as I'm working, right? I'm afraid to have it downstairs. I shouldn't have to be afraid. I've never been afraid with my son, ever. Ever have I ever been afraid about my son going out of his way to ruin my shit, or steal my shit, or any of that shit. Never. Look at this. I wonder if this is velour too. Yep, it's a Belvedere velour. You can see it. Different kind. That's lots. And I put in, well, there's two different pieces in there. This was in my room, waiting patiently, like everything else. I used to work with 5 meters at a time. Very seldom did I ever buy anything under 5 meters unless it was really expensive or at one point, right? I'd make 3 outfits with 5 meters and the matching fabric. And of course each outfit would look different, but they had the same type of fabric. This is just 1, 2. Oh, here's one that's not wrapped up. Yeah, this is all, got this one at Value Village. But when you're trimming, right, this one has a stretch to it. Could be a cream color. You need trim, right? You have to, when you're making things that stretch, you have to make straps and right. I like to oftentimes encase my depending on what I was making, encase my elastics. It's nice. Oh, there's something really soft and fuzzy in here, like really soft and fuzzy. Do you see this? Look at this. Oh my God, it's so soft. Oh, it's so soft. It makes me want to cry. There's a lot of it here. For whatever reason, this fabric makes me want to cry, and I just don't know. It's like grief, people. I'm going through grief. It brings out the grief in me. So before you go off and give up your life for your landlord, to do their work for them so that you have a place to live, being held emotionally hostage to the whole situation, you're going to be giving up a lot. Here's another one. Oh man. I don't want to pull everything out. This is, again, pink. Look at this. This is how I sew. With just fucking roll after roll. I had... I don't know if it had 2 leaves in it or 3 leaves in it. A table. Fabric from one end to the other end. I worked hard, people. Oh yeah, I remember. But when I moved in here, I always thought that, oh, just keep working in the yard, keep working in the yard. It won't be long, you'll be sewing soon, don't worry, you'll get back what you need to do. But I didn't realize what it really meant to do yard work like I've done. Until I got out there and realized it takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. You get real fucking dirty. Right? You know, you come in, you're exhausted, right? Oh my Lord. Here's some more. Look at this. And this isn't even what's in my trunk. Okay, now this isn't dancer's fabric. I don't know what is. It's a velour. And I'm supposed to put this downstairs so it can be safe. Yeah, okay. You see, they broke the trust, people. It's so nicely packed in here, I don't want to take it out, but I want to show you. I'll just put it back, it'll be fine. I don't feel safe about putting it downstairs, though. Fuck no. But what else can I do? I can't leave it up here. It's in the way. And the way I have it, I can't use... Oh, this is nice, too. This is... Look how much black is there. Tons of it. Tons of it. Oh, this is junk, right? Just throw it in the fucking garbage, right? Yeah, fuck you, bitch. And then it looks like we've got... I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll take this out. Well, there's lots of it, whatever it is. Tons of it. Yeah, velour again. Do you see? Look how much is here. Tons of it. Oh my God. And then maybe a purple. I don't want to pull it out. Looks like there's a purple in there too. What do I do, people? It all fell down. In one way, I thought I was doing the right thing by doing the food prep. More and more people are starting to do food prep because they're afraid. More and more people are acknowledging that it's important, that normally wouldn't have done it. Right? More and more people are taking it to the fucking extreme in terms of if you don't do it, you might really begin to, I don't want to say starve, but yeah, basically, right? I don't have to worry about starving anytime soon. I do have to worry about it being taken. For all the wrong reasons. Oh, this is lovely. I should keep this one out. I'm going to keep this one out. I like this. I can't really see the color, but I just know I like it. What is that, a rusty orange? Maybe Maybe I'll use this. I'll find some sort of a sheer with this. Something to match this. And this is what we'll use for the belly dancer with those red beads. That would go nice. So, there we go. We got fabric. We got our first belly dancer idea figured out in terms of something. I don't know what yet. As if I can find my patterns. Good luck. I really like this. Oh my God, this one brings tears to my eyes. This one just makes me, oh, so nice. So nice. You could make a little Russian, you know, a little Russian outfit. Right, with the Russian hat, you know? Or, yeah, with the little collar and those little things, you know, you put your hand, puffs, I don't know, remember what they're called, but they're little round things that are fuzzy, and you stick your hands in them and keep them warm. This would work really nice for that. Oh yeah, that'd be great. We'll keep that in mind. You need sewing space for that kind of stuff. And this stuff gives off a lot of fiber too when you cut it and stuff, eh? And when you're sewing it, it shoots a lot of fiber. Okay, I got a big job ahead of me here. That was recording, right? Yeah. Okay, since we're making a belly outfit, belly dancer outfit, I just noticed this as I was putting the bag in there. I think I'm going to keep this out. Alright, do you see that? Does it have stretch? Probably. Maybe not. Yeah, it's got a bit of stretch. I don't know, I can't see the color. I'm assuming it's a black base color of something. It looks kind of black to me. But it's got, I don't know, it's mixed with something else. Maybe. I don't know. It will work. I think the two of them will go good together. Not including trims. Yeah. So we'll keep that out. Obviously, I haven't had time to do Amari's ankle bracelets. My heart's going like this. I've only got so much time to get into the basement and clear out the rest of that shit down there that's in that storage room area that's all blocked off now. Right. Fuck. As if life can't get any harder, eh? Okay. And I don't know what this is. Maybe I should be wise. And, it's a small bag, so maybe we'll just keep this out. And I'll get a bag just for these three things. That, I don't know, is that black? Maybe? So I'll just keep that one out. Alright. And then there's this. We don't need that. For whatever reason, that kind of makes me think it's a lime yellow, but I don't know. Okay. Has to go downstairs. So what I do, I was going to move it off to the side, and then I'll make plans to bring it down when I get that fabric rack in there. Right? And I'll make one shelf, one complete shelf, ledge or whatever. It's big, right? All velour. And then that, when I take out my trunk from my room, that velour with this velour can all go on one shelf. Because when you're sewing for women, mainly, you know, this will be, I can go down to, this is a fleece, it's another day. I could make maybe a matching pair of pants for the kids for wintertime. One for Kyrie, one for Alea May, and one for Amari, and then Tisha, because she's so fashionable. Right? She can go out with the kids in public and brag. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I should see. Shit. I don't really like that one. Maybe I'll wash these ones before I take them down. There's an idea. I can wash a few things as I go, since I'm washing. Alright, so we know what we're doing with that. Oh. And then, it just doesn't stop. Full of fucking fabric. And it's just junk. And, you know, see, I have to have some of this stuff in here. I have to. I'm not going to leave this downstairs. No way. Now there's no stretch in this. But that's okay. Some things you don't need. A little bit of blue. What's on it? A little yellow for that. Took it out of my room, right? Because my government makes me feel like it's just a matter of time before there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be, I don't know, not going to be able to afford to eat very much, that's for sure. People going to food banks now in the States, and they're running out of food. They don't even have food. I'm opening up a bag. Am I procrastinating getting in there? Look at this. This is 1.5 inches trim. That is nice. That's very nice. No stretch though. And that would probably work with whatever I'm trying to do with that other stuff, if and when I ever get a chance. But we know yard work's coming, so I highly doubt it, and I got to do X Club repairs. So maybe in the winter if I'm lucky. But I can get it started. And maybe if I do it in bits and batches. Oops, yeah, I'll keep that out. And if I do it in bits and batches. Pom-poms? No. What is this? If I do it in bits and batches. Who knows? It's hard to say. What is this? I can't tell you the color because I can't see it. They're like, what is that called? Tassels. A form of a tassel. So I think I know where I can put these, but it's not going to happen right away. It's going to take some time. And then blue tassels, I would assume. Just a little miscellaneous neon orange. This is actually a shirt. I'm debating whether I should save the fabric for the trim of the orange because it's so bright. I don't know what to do. I don't honestly, well, I don't know. What do you think? It's pretty nice. With black trim. And then I've got those orange sequin trim. Now I need a shear though. I need some kind of a shear. And of course, if I make one outfit, I'll be probably making more than one with that, whatever I got. And then pom-poms. I should leave some of this out for Alea May, for the Playhouse. But these I know what I'm going to do. It's going to take me a while to organize this kind of stuff. I'm going to take that white wall unit, and there's a lot of school stuff in there, like Hooked on Phonics program, that kind of thing. That stuff can be sold or something. I've already given away garter belt. I've already given away, or what are the garters? It's just a garter. It's not a belt, it's just the garter that goes around the leg. I've already given away quite a few Hooked on Phonics. That's pink. I'm not working with pink. Okay, so we know we're keeping this one up. And then as I go on my travels and find this, I'll try to make it a little more organized so that if I need something, I know where to find it. That stays. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Pay attention to what you're doing. I have these, two of them. Oh, I got more than two, but for pizza. I paid $8 for this. For this one. And then I got one here. And that thing. And then I got another one that comes with a different thing. And then I've got one in my oven. Okay. Tisha remembers these wings. The ones that we found in the garbage can. Right. She remembers wearing them when she was a little girl. I said, yeah. And maybe next Halloween, we'll make a costume for Randy. I'm getting those out of the garbage can. And Tisha remembers them. But Tisha's not sensitive like that. You know, she doesn't have that sentimental attachment to those kind of things. Right? She's more of a minimalist because it's less work to manage it. Keep it organized, keep it clean. Not worry about having it getting robbed or thrown out in the garbage or whatever. See, I want to take... God, I can't take these downstairs. Not yet. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Not today, though. Okay. So, things just get sillier and sillier. Do you see that? Amari really likes it. Like, you don't even know. I'm reluctant to throw it away. You know, because Amari likes it, right? If I was to ever make a beanbag or whatever, I was thinking of maybe selling it with a whole bunch of other baby stuff in a bag and take as is, take all. But this is where people take things for granted and don't realize the things that I'm up against when it comes to that corner I was talking about where I have to put some kind of padding, to which I am now thinking he really likes the picture, right? So I could cut the picture out, all right? And because this is, but you know, you're ruining it then, right? I mean, jeez. If I was to cut this here, now it's just batting inside. If I was to cut this here, take out the picture so we don't ruin the picture, cut it here, cut it there, this would fairly open up and become kind of flat, like straight, like, you know, some of the curve would go away, right? And then I could take this whole piece and put it in that corner where I'm concerned as Amari, and also to this piece, I could use this whole thing. But I'd have to make it where I can take it off and clean it when I want to. I'm going to show you what I mean on a different video in terms of how I have to pad everything where Amari spends, you know, his time, right? For the most part, right? So that if he falls back or something, he doesn't whack his head or whatever, right? I don't know if cutting this up is the right thing, putting it on the road, giving it away, and then wishing I had it back because I really need it, or selling it. Well, I have three options to do something with that. I'm leaning more towards making a happy space for Amari, right? Because it's bright colors. I can put that someplace where maybe he can see it close by, right? I have an idea. And then, see, still have food in here. What is this? I haven't put everything downstairs yet. Chicken liver. I have to get in there. Right? Food that has to go downstairs. Right? The playhouse is in there. I have the blocks. I have actually something for Kyrie. That's a house with blocks. I'm pretty sure it's these blocks. Right? Hold on. Or if not, I probably have a bin downstairs in the business room with these blocks for Kyrie. Okay, I'm not going to get discouraged here. I found that outside, people. It was rained on. I washed it. Murray was in it when he was a baby, right? And I'm going to cut out the circle part. I'm going to put it on top of like I'll get another piece of fabric, put it underneath so it because it's not very thick. It's very thin. So before I let it rip, as a matter of fact, I could use that batting. Honest to God, I could use that batting. And then after the batting is on and stitched around, I can pin it. And I can maybe get Andre by that point. Where's my finger? There it is. Where's my camera? Okay. Just imagine that mattress batting underneath this thin piece of fabric. Right? And then you can just reinforce some of these lines so that it doesn't move. That'd be great. Yeah. And then I'm going to take the ends, and you're going to see what I'm going to do, how I'm going to pad my couch even more than what it's already padded. And along the seam, right? Where there's an edge sticking out, a corner. If he hits his head on it, oh boy, that will work perfect. And then the other half, I can just add on more onto the couch. Because, you know, again, the bigger he gets, the harder he falls back. And then, of course, I keep stupid shit. Because I got young grandkids. You know, there's that Barbie doll bus in there. I'm glad I saved that Barbie doll. Because we know what we're going to do with the dollhouse is over there. But I have to move all this shit. I got food that needs to go downstairs. I haven't been able to go down there. Don't say I haven't been wanting to. And then, of course, I brought up shit when things were thrown out the first time around. But yeah, no, there's things in here I can sell. No problem. So I want to put the table right in the middle. That's what I want to do. Minus the bins or whatever, right? There's a white wall unit that's got, like I said, well, I don't know what it's got in there anymore, but half of what's in there, let's say either the kids are going to use it, like soon, or maybe we'll sell it. And if I have the table in the middle, whatever it is, can be displayed, take pictures, and then put it up online, like, look. Like, what the hell? Some of this stuff, Kyrie and Alea May should be playing with, even now. Right? I got stuff in there for Amari to play with. If I didn't have grandkids, and have all this pressure, I wouldn't have any of this crap. But I do. I have grandkids, and I don't care what anybody fucking says. Sorry, Boo Boo says. What are you keeping that for? It's garbage. Put it out on the road. Give it away. Nobody's going to pay for that. Well, just chuck it out. It's garbage. Yeah, okay. No, I'm going to chop it up. I'm going to use it for padding, so I don't have to make my own cover for foam that I salvaged off of a mattress, because it's already nice. That will protect his head for sure. Okay, it's not about hoarding shit, people. This is a bean bag, already pre-made. I just have to fill it up. It's plastic inside. It's lined and everything. I've never used it. I bought it, but I've been hanging on to it for years. I wanted to use it, but my house is small. Where's that playhouse? Do you see? Let me go get the flashlight. Okay, so this I'll put downstairs after the fact, and I'll save it, right? I'll put it in a bag, and I'll just save it because, you know, I'm going to have to move eventually, and I like to think I'm going to make to my next destination. And then I told Andre, we'll start fresh. In that situation, that's when I want it. And that's one less to make. I don't know if you can see that. This is actually quite large. This is huge. Fucking huge. Look how big this is. Oh my lord, I don't even know how that's going to work where I'm thinking to put it. I don't want to throw it out. I want my grandkids, Alea May and Kyrie, to have the pleasure of playing with it, and Andre doesn't want me to give it up. He still wants to add the lights in it, and who knows, right? I mean, these are memories, right? That's what I'm trying to take out. Can you see what's going on here? And yeah, more fabric. Well, that's not fabric, but that sounds like it might be fucking fabric. And look, this is craft stuff. I'm reluctant to give away. Spring and summer are coming. And then there's stuff bins from downstairs when they first threw out shit. Yeah, hold on. So yeah, I have a level of food security in my house. What Andre does is he come in here and try to grab some, what is that called? Videos. You know, VCRs, VHSs or whatever. And I'm tossing things on these jars. Oh, I was so mad. But they've been holding up pretty good, but this room is not very cold, and with summer coming now, I need to get them out of here ASAP, right? They need to go downstairs. I've been just kind of waiting to get down there and do what I need to do. But, you know. But they can't go down yet. So this is what I'm trying to get out. So not almost getting there. Stuff like this, I keep this one here because it would make a good kaleidoscope. Right? I have a book around here how to make kaleidoscopes. So hopefully we'll do that. Oh boy. See, this here is to string Christmas lights in here. So we can plug it in. Some kind of lighting. I bought the lights. They should be in here somewhere. In the box and everything. Andre, we were gonna run them. Right? Look, we painted. Remember? We painted this, Andre and I. We laid down the carpet. We did vinyl. Yeah. But it's big. I didn't realize it was that big, people. Holy shit. It's gonna take up a lot of room where I'm gonna put it. It's almost as tall as me. But they're only little ones, right? You know how much fun they're gonna have with this? A lot of fun. I can't stand cats. Stupid cats pissing on shit. Fucking animals. They like to spray, right? Even females. They like to spray their territory. I have to wash everything. Door's been open for a while because I was doing stuff in here. Anyway. Remember I told you that little red thing with the Dupo blocks? They're called Dupo blocks. Oh, I don't have glasses. Either or. This used to be Andre's. Look. I bet you one of those bins downstairs is Dupo blocks. Full. So it will come up, right? That's why I want to move this out. I have to wash it though. Kyrie will like this. It's like food storage, people. You save, right? I've had that since Andre's been a baby. Okay. Andre and I, we got it out. It was actually quite very light. In here, at the very bottom, when Andre was little, I did I shopped at, like, yard sale or something like that. A yard sale. Oh, that's way too bright. And I bought some shoes for him. But, of course, they were too small. Putting this on my jar. Well, that's not that great. Anyway, I have to wipe everything down. Between the dust, and my son, he cuts trees, right? So, when he does his laundry, sawdust, I find it gets into everything. And, they got this stucco crap. Anyway, before I bring more bins, what is this? Oh, look at this. What is this be? I'm glad I got in behind here. All kinds of stuff in here. There's not enough room in this house. This would be good for Andre. There's verbs. I haven't even used them yet. Okay. There's a pegboard. I want to get these shoes. I think I might be able to open up this one wall unit and we'll just take a boo inside. Is there something on my forehead? Besides a whole bunch of old folks lines? You notice ever since the doctor started messing with my eyes, they got worse, eh? Okay. Oh, I got some shells here for crafts. Oh, lots of them. Beautiful shells. Okay. They should be here. Yep, here they are. I couldn't get them. I couldn't get to them. Oh, hold on. Where else I can put this? I used to have food in here. What's in here now? Where's the flashlight? I haven't looked in here in years. Shall we see? Those are shells for crafts. This craft stuff. Another picture frame. I'll let the kids make a picture. Okay, I want to see. What's this? Hooked on Phonics. It's got a CD and everything. Preschool. Here we go. Letter sounds. What is it? That's why I like old computers. I'm sure I seen a CD in it. It's got the workbooks and everything. Where's the CD? I think I turned that off by accident. I don't want the camera to fall. So I don't want to bury this shit. The house is too small for me. I want to move. I've been wanting to move for like a long time. You don't even know. I don't know where to go though. Yeah. I need to keep these out. Leia May's in kindergarten and she's smart. She likes school. She reminds me of Shimmy. Blue vowel book. Yeah. I don't know. Looks like maybe some things are missing in here. I don't see no CD. It's okay. I got other programs. I'm gonna get Andre back on a computer in the bedroom. After I clear off the bedroom, I've got my XP that I got reformatted from the computer guy, plus I've got a Windows 7 in there. Either or, and I'm going to hook up the old Reader Rabbits with the math and stuff and get them back doing that again. Okay. What else is in here? Another Hooked on Phonics. Marcane, before all this bullshit went on, was trying to introduce Andre to multiplication. Here we go. This one, I'm pretty sure I just read it. Multiplication. Where did I see it? Well, I see an X. Yeah, multiplication. So I will leave that out for Andre. I don't know what's in it. Let's see. So I wouldn't sell this stuff yet, people, and I shouldn't be expected to give it away. No. Big book in here. Bunch of charts. Cards. And it looks like bingo. My old computers are going to work for this. Oh, there's another one in there. There's 3 of them. 3, 4, 3. I see at least 3 and a whole bunch of these little flashcards. I see at least 3 CDs in here. So we know Andre's going to be using that. So after I clear out the bedroom, because I'm working from room to room to room. See, this is what I like about old technology. You don't have to buy it once you get it. You just, you need an old computer. And people can criticize you and say, why you use such an old computer? Well, I don't know. Maybe because I find them that are pretty good. When you install whatever you want installed in it. So I'm happy with that. That can stay out. It gives me a little shelf, but I have to come in here. Well, not so much in here, but everywhere else I gotta wipe. Okay, so those 2 will stay out for sure. And being that I keep coming across a whole bunch of freaking picture frames, I just came. Look, there's one here. What is it? Can't see. I can't see that. I don't know what it is, people. Maybe a bird. I don't know. What is that? Can you see? What is that? I don't know what that is. Flowers? Where does it hang up? See how the brain cheats? I can't see it, but if I figure out where you hang it up, then I know which way it goes. So I might maybe have a better idea of what I'm looking at. Oh, it's a chicken. I seen the chicken. Do you see the chicken? It's a chicken. That's Anton Peak. That one was made in China. But do you see this? I used to let my kids make their own pictures with shells and whatever, right? I don't know what this is. But anyway, what else is in this thing? This is why I call it the playroom. And then I'm just going to take a boo at these shells just for the fun of it. I don't have time to let them play with shells right now, or make pictures right now, but we know we'll do that. All kinds in this one. Right. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them there at least. But that's another day. Andre's walnut art. Oh my god, my back is killing me. Okay, so all I really wanted at this point was, don't know if they'll fit him. They might, because they were quite large when I bought them, but he's gotten big. I think he's already outgrown them. He needed these last year. Yeah, I don't think these will fit him now. I got flip-flops in here though. They might fit him. What else is in here? Take them all out. I don't know if his foot will fit that. It might. Getting pretty damn close. He's getting big. By summertime, these won't fit him. I don't. Those might actually. Yeah, they're not gonna fit him. No way. Nope, he outgrew these. I never even got a chance to wear them. What kind of grandma am I? Buy him shoes and don't give it to him. I couldn't get to it, people. That was the problem. I just couldn't get to them. That's what I mean. I live like it's the equivalent of being in a freaking rancher, a small rancher. Alright. Oh, there's too much activity around me, and when you throw in food prep and you're thinking you're going to be done with the yard and you're going to start sowing again, or you want to do things with the grandkids or whatever, right? Like, this doesn't work. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. I want to see what these are. no point in leaving these in here now. I can put something else in the bottom. But I have to come in here and wipe everything, start wiping. I don't want to bring too much up in here, then I can't get to things, and then it just sits. And that's why people live in houses, so they can store things. These might fit them. Those would probably fit them. And, oh yeah, that just coming, he's just coming into that, I would think. So we'll let him try whatever we've got here. And then, if Tisha doesn't want to save these for Alea May, maybe, or Kyrie, then maybe we'll sell them online for 20 bucks. Not even that. Because actually they look like they've been used. 5 bucks. 5 bucks. I don't even think so. I did buy them. I don't know. They have been used. Maybe I'll leave them out on the road. Whatever. Nobody gonna, unless we have a little yard sale, put them out for 5 bucks. If they sell, great. If they don't, oh well. Okay, there's something else in here. It's a can. You can hear it. Oh, it's so dusty in there. I have to wash it. You want to see? This is what happens. This house is so fucking dusty, man. Yesterday, oh my god, and now you hear, I'm in the dust. Sure. Paint. Oh shit, just got a sliver. Oh man. I want to see what this is. Oh, I know what this is. Can I even get it out? I don't think so. Maybe it's a waffle maker. Why do you got a waffle maker in there? Well, because I got another one, but this is a different kind. Oh my god! I'm pretty sure this is a waffle maker. This is one dumbass heavy freaking waffle maker. How does it open up? Oh. There we go. Is that a waffle maker? Yeah. This thing is heavy. So this is the one you want to use. Oh yeah, so we'll leave that out. Oh god. And then, see, this is not where you want to fucking start piling in fucking bins in here too much. Now mind you, some of this, like this is food. This is canned goods. I just have it here temporary until I could go downstairs and work. But it wasn't working out. I never had a chance to do, because this is time consuming, people. It takes fucking time. First of all, to gather it up, do the canning, and then you have to put it away, right? I haven't had a chance to go down. There's only so many places I can have this kind of stuff in my room. My room is pretty much at its max, so I've been waiting to be able to take this downstairs. But I just haven't had a chance. So, we know that's going down. And then I think there's, I don't know, there's more jars around in here. Crafts, kid stuff, books, painting supplies. Like, you know, painting with easel. Like, not an easel. Oh, what is it called? Canvas. Right? I'm pretty sure. I need to open them up and put what's inside. Alright, so we got that part. So we know I have to come in here and wipe everything down. And we got a beautiful, beautiful... Now, I have another one like this, but I don't recall it being as heavy as this one. So this one really just draws my attention. So I should clear off my counter. Oh, look at that. That is nice. Clear off my counter. Does that look brand new to you? Looks brand new to me. and make plans to make waffles. What do you think? I think so, eh? Oh my god, it's so dusty. I can't do it. Oh, I gotta get a bowl and a rag, and I'll start wiping up this corner before I get too far on things. So yeah, we got cans here, jars there. There's another case of jars. 2 cases. Gotta go downstairs. It's getting too warm in here. This room gets hot. See, it's kind of hard to vacuum with Amari, because as soon as you turn on the vacuum, not that I could get into the playroom and ever vacuum in there, right? Especially where I was, considering that was there. So you see? That thing is going to be right here. It's going to be as high as me. I'm going to cover up all this shit. I won't be able to see it. But the little ones, they're only little ones, you know? Don't ask me where I'm going to put this shit. Obviously my problem. Right? What's new, pussycat? The tofu book. We're going to be making bean tofus and stuff. So that's the book you want. Right? But they'll have so much fun with it. They'll have so much fun with it. So now I have to clear this out. I'm almost done. Only thing is I have no place for my paperwork. Well, any paperwork that I had in my bedroom kind of came out with the fabric, right? And then there's some, like, I have different kinds of paperwork, right? Obviously court paperwork, personal paperwork, paperwork from the past, non-profit paperwork. Like, what the hell, right? There's no place to put it. And the few places I do have it, there's no more room to put any more in there. So this is kind of taking over my space, what little space I had. But again, you know, they're only little ones, and they'll have so much fun with this. So hold on. Okay, so it looks like I've already lost my flashlight. I hope the hell I left it in the bedroom there. Yeah. Obviously, I'm coming into contact with a lot of freaking dust. Even when I cover up shit, the dust, it's just, I don't know, it crawls. Because I run my hand, I can feel it. Right. I can freaking feel it. Anyway, so I'll just wipe this down because this is getting covered up, right? This is, again, more kid stuff. Plus there's some really nice, I'm pretty sure there's some books in here as well. Like an encyclopedia, children's, I remember I told you kaleidoscopes. There's one there. I just had another one here. Here's another one. Right. Yeah. Oh, remember that? Barrels in a monkeys in a barrel? Yeah. I don't know. I have to wipe fast. A little here, a little there. Here, this is good for Amari. Kyrie's real bad at losing these things, though. Makes him angry. But that one's good for Amari, so we'll put that back. What is that? That's a little lily pad. Something for Alea May. And because that playhouse is so light, it'll be easy to move away from here. So hopefully, and then I come and I just wipe. Right? Oh, I don't know what's in here. Not that I can even freaking see it anymore. Oh my lord. So stressed out. Oh, what was that? Oh, the kaleidoscope. Other things. It's not so bad when you cover them up, but this dust that flies through this house is so bad for whatever strange reason. Well, the house is old, that's the first thing. Right? Because I haven't opened this up, even though, 3 years. So, in all, it wasn't that bad, but either or. So I'll get a rag and dry that, and then I'm just going to wipe the floor down. Made a big mess, you can see. as if. But for now, I'm just gonna... I'm going to, a lot of it's my paperwork, right? That's what it is. No place for it. Just like I'm moving fabric out of my bedroom and it's piling up in my hall or in the playroom, I'd have to take out a lot of stuff from my bedroom too, right? Because I'm not the only one that's going around worrying about where the food situation is going to be like in a few years from now. In terms of it being affordable and available. Right. I don't know, I'll be going around doing this. This is fucking, I had a friend a long time ago. Her name was Marika. And she refused to rent old bungalows. Because she said, you see that, whatever that was underneath there, like whatever this, where that was sitting underneath it, I felt the dust. Gritty. No, mind you, it could be this. I think this is some sort of dinosaur thing, or, so maybe the dust is coming from inside that. Anyway, she was saying that older houses like this, she would like to live in because the grease comes out of the walls because, the people that lived in it prior, especially if they cooked with a lot of grease and that kind of shit, right? It's just, once it's in the walls, it kind of leaches out into the environment and just whatever. And it's true, they're dustier, right? They get a greasy film on things sometimes. And over, if you don't dust regularly, right? Isn't this nice? I'll just put that back for now. Now I do have a bit of little room in here, so... I'll just bring a few extra things as I go. That's pretty much full. I'm moving fast. Okay. As if life is easy. Do you see how this is sticking out by like almost 2 inches? I would prefer to have that playhouse because it's not going to leave me much room to walk through by. This is going to go right here, right? I'm doing it for the kids. They'll have lots and lots of fun with it. But this stuff is sticking out, and I would prefer to have this playhouse as flush to this as I can. And then if I want to get in, it will be easy enough to move it out, right? But look, this is sticking out, sticking out, sticking out. This is sticking out. See? So what do you think? Am I foolish? Is this a foolish thing to do? It leaves me no space. Pushed me out of my space. Right? As if. Oh, lordy, lordy. See, there's that little box I found in the garbage that was been downstairs for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. Yeah. We'll see who wants it. It will either be Kyrie. Well, Kyrie will break it. That's the problem with Kyrie. So I'd be better to give it to Alea May for her Barbies. And Kyrie's got to learn not to touch it unless he's just looking. But yeah. Okay. So now I have to just wipe everything down. I think this one comes out. Yeah, see? They have a choice. And go have a party. There's carpet there. These ones I glued on. This here has to be repaired. You can see I did the vinyl. Alright. Changed the color on that one. What did we do up here? We did vinyl. Andre and I, we put the vinyl on. We painted everything. There was a stairs. I don't know where they are. Maybe outside, maybe not. Right? We didn't paint that wall, but we painted this wall. We painted over whatever they had there. We painted. We didn't paint that one. So what we want to do is we want to drill some little holes and run some little lights in here, right? So that, they can see, right? Let's just there's not a lot of room even for them. So all this is gonna have to go. Where am I gonna put it? As if I have a chance to do paperwork. I've been asking, you know, for Tisha to help me go through my paperwork. Just because it's hard for me to see it now, right? Just fast. Whatever. I'm not gonna throw that out on the road. I'm gonna let the kids play with it. And this, I think this thing, I think it still works. Let's see if it still works. See, there's a wheel here. Let's see. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe I can fix it. Something happened. The rope is there, but where it attaches, I don't know. Let's see. Oops. Is that even recording? Yeah. Something's not working. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it does. Did you see that? Okay, so I wiped it down. Change of plans. I think it would be very, I don't want to say cruel, because I'm not a cruel nana, but I think it would be kind of mean if I brought this out, took all this miscellaneous crap, stuffed it in there, and then told Leia May she can't play with it until I clear it out. And then, of course, I'll get distracted with other things, and, right? Whereas if I just, and I'm going to have to find something to cover over it. A big piece of fabric. There you go. See? I need fabric. And I know what I'd like to use, but because I moved it when I put food into my room, I don't necessarily know where it is, but it's got big, it's like a cotton kind of fabric with big ass ladybugs on it or something. Like bigger than that. Right? Ladybugs. That'd look real cool. And then this way it keeps the dust out and the grease and the, you know, if I'm canning moisture, cats run by, cat spraying, whatever. And then just put her Barbie doll, anything Barbie, pretty much. And then Kyrie, when I come across them, I don't know where they are yet, I have to find them. Those little peoples, all the little people, what is it? Tiny Tonk, or whatever that brand is called. Tiny Tykes, Little Tykes, or something, right? The people and the little animals, and then I've got a whole bunch of different poses of the 101 Dalmatians, right? I'll put them in a little container of sorts. Oh yeah, sure. Whatever. Like I told you, this house is too small for me. I don't care what anybody says. Well, you'll never have another place like this. This is as big as it's going to get for you. Yeah. That's because they're, you know what? They're the way they treat people in developing countries, like these manufacturing companies and all this that exploit slave labor, basically. Make everybody live together like rats in dorms. Can't leave the property. You gotta go to work for 12 hours, 16 hours, you know, right? Minimum, a few change in terms of, it's not even minimum wage, right? That's what they're trying to do out here, slowly but surely. Stuff everybody 15 to a room. Charge them $300 each and put them to work wherever they want them to work for slave wages. With the pipe dream that, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to put that out on the road. I don't. I want my grandkids to be able to play with it for a while, but that means I created myself a whole lot of freaking work. But I can maybe put some of... maybe I can put some of this in the playroom, but not my personal paperwork at this point. I have no place for my personal paperwork. Alright. There's another box down there that needs to be sorted out. Basket, whatever. But that's okay. They're only little ones. This is nice. It's going to be really nice when it has some curtains. Curtains over there on that side, you can see. Right? I don't know about that, but you don't need them on that side. It'll have some different lights of some kind. We'll run some lights in there somehow, some way. And we'll make some furniture. Nothing much, right? Just a little bit. Alea May can help paint it if it's made out of wood, right? Or if we do fabric, she can glue it on. She'll learn, right? How to be using her own critical thinking skills. Yeah. While Kyrie's in there doing whatever Kyrie's doing, maybe let them take turns or something. But then that means another bin. Where am I going to put it? Nowhere. There's nowhere. Right? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I dropped this camera. This is too funny. There was a bucket, a little white bucket that, you know, I was using for garbage. And anyway, it ended up in the playhouse, in dollhouse, right? And when we carried it out, so it's now in my dining room, and it spilled over, right? I thought it was all garbage in there, seriously. Anyway, Andre goes in and he picks this out, and he goes, oh, well, Barbie doll mirror. Isn't that interesting? How did that just pop up out of nowhere? In a bucket that was going to be thrown out in the garbage. That's interesting. It's one of those God moments. Is that you're doing the right thing. Okay. So I wipe things down, and now I used to have can jars in there with fruit and that kind of thing, and it held up pretty good. You're right, you got the north wall down to the ground. It's nice and cool, but you know, I don't want to put meat down here, and but I have some cans. It's still wet. This is canned goods. So I might just take those cans. I'll take a piece of cardboard first, and I'll lay it down on the ground, on the floor, and then just fill it up with cans, both sides. And I've got other cans, right? I can do a stack of corned beef. I got corned beef. I can put a can like commercially bought, right? I can do corned beef, and I can do whatever is there. And then I'll take that off. And then the Thomas tracks that I have that are in my kitchen, in my spillover storage room / porch / laundry room / kitchen. I'll put it on top of this, and then I'll put the jars back on top. Do you see how I'm making now room for these things as they're coming up from downstairs? Because there's a few of them, right? Here, I'm pretty sure it's paper. It's been a long time since I've opened it up. I want to keep this where we can come into it and use it. Like when the kids come over, right? Versus having a whole bunch of toys in the living room. And, you know, yeah, this is all paper stuff in here of some kind, right? I got paper all over it. And then more. But because I did that, look what's happening. You can't open the bloody thing. But that's another day. We'll worry about it. And I took out all the stuff that was in here were hooked on phonics little programs. I took them all out. As a matter of fact, I can even put cans in here. I can put cans in here. I can put cans on the bottom. We'll leave the shells there for now. We'll leave that there for now, and that will help me to alleviate some of it, because it is cool in here, and because of where it's at, it will stay fairly decent over the heat wave. I'm excited about that. And then I'm going to leave it open, right? Like I'm going to put the table, table probably right in here, as you know, I go through things. Like, but I don't know. Like my grandkids are young. Like, you know, This is, this one here, the Hooked on Math, Andre really needs. I don't know what that is, but I've already got one out. I mean, it's a Hooked on Phonics of sorts. And I had before, because of the kids, when I used to work with the kids, right? But I've already given away, like, 2 of them, maybe 3, full, right? But I've been kind of hanging on, right? But this one, for sure, I'll work on pulling out. These are Lego. Well, they're not Lego. They're called Mega Blocks, right? I told Andre I had them. Now, technically, honestly, these ones could go downstairs maybe at some point in the future. And then that will give me a bit more room to maybe move these things into there, right? But I can't move those down until I figure out Auntie Tisha's room, aka Andre's business room, membership only. I can't give this to a Kyrie unless he's completely supervised, because he breaks things. This thing moves, bends and everything. Right. I don't know what's in here. Oh boy. This is all kid stuff. But I like the idea of moving these things eventually downstairs. And then when we move, we'll have more space. Andre can use them then. Or when he gets a little older, he'll be more mature. Don't ask me what's in here because I don't know. I'm looking at this little case here. It's kind of cute for Leia May's Barbie doll stuff. It sounds like maybe Lego. Let's see what's in here. That's a nice container. I think I'm going to take this container back. Honestly, I like this container. Look how nice that container is. Because when we start cooking, that would be nice for cookies. That's a nice cookie container. Yeah. But I don't need it right now. So we'll just, there's a little apple. Do you see that little apple? There's a little apple. Right. But yeah, I think eventually I'll take those down, get the math out for Andre, see what happens with this. What's in here? I don't know. Oh, I know what those things are. You know when you have Play-Doh and they're you push on it and it makes a shape. I'm pretty sure that's perfect for Kyrie, and it's on legs, right? Again, the house is too small. But this is the time within the year to make it available. So we'll clear that out, reorganize it. We'll put some of those in there instead, right? I don't know. All different ages. Art box. I don't know. Art box maybe. Before I sell it, I'd like to give to Leia May. But Tisha won't let her take it home because, you know, she lives in an apartment and there's no room. Blah, 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 blah. Something to do for Amari, Shapes, and Kyrie, and even Leia May. Right? I don't know what that is. Merlin's Mystical Magic. Big box. That's a big box. All that crap. Right? Mousetrap is fun. Andre would like to play. He used to love Mousetrap. Right? So, and then in here, same shit. Just haven't had time to, you know. Some of this is school stuff, right? Homeschooling from back in the day. As they're throwing out my shit downstairs. Some of it. Like, fuck, if they threw out those specific books, I'll be so mad. Like the math books that in the binders, oh, I'll be so mad. Like, you don't even know. And even the Bernstein Bears. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do cans down there at the very bottom. I'm going to put a whole bunch of corned beef on that side. and whatever these are on this side. But I think I should put a piece of cardboard down on the bottom first. So hold on. Alright. So I decided to put these in there for now. Basically, mostly turkey. And then that's chicken. We've got mostly turkey with some chicken legs with the liver and everything in it. Heart, liver, gizzards, whatever. Which I always said could be human food. Right? So anyway, we're just going to put those in there for now. Whether I make cat food or whether I use that stuff for gravy or whatever. So now, after you put this stuff away, you have to, I have to write on here again. See, this one's chicken leg and thigh. Right, and this was August of 23. 2023. This felt pen's not working very good. And whatever I use is coming off. Yeah. And then the next shelf here, I'll move these cans as much as I can in there. And I might even take those shelves out and I might just fill this up